Hi, it's Marina J. Stop trying so hard in your relationships. I'm sorry that the narcissist made you think that you had to work hard for love. They were wrong. You actually don't. You are such a special soul. And I am really, really sorry for that discombobulation that happened early enough in your life that you now find yourself overextending at any available opportunity because it's what you were made to think was a relationship. When you are in a relationship with a narcissist, whether that's family, somebody you've chosen to be with, whether it's at work, whatever, you'll notice that nothing you say or do works. Doesn't work, right? In fact, you actually get abused. So it's way worse than that. The person doesn't stay neutral. But whatever you do, whether you are trying to help them or trying to have a good relationship with them, or you're trying to make them see, or you're just saying something really innocuous and really neutral, you have to work really, really hard, don't you, for a tiny semblance of recognition of I see you, of I love you, and I want to give to you. So when you start with that in childhood, that forms a template around you that starts to make it normal for you to do that in all your relationships, because that's what you think relationships are. That you have to really work hard in a conversation to cover all the angles so that you don't get attacked, they don't hate you, they don't react badly, they don't attack you, they don't abandon you. And it's utterly exhausting. So one of the patterns I see with people that have had narcissistic abuse is they have these really uneven relationships later on in life. Uneven relationships with clients, with friends, with lovers, with partners, with children as well, where you care so much for the other individual and you give so much to the other individual that you're often not left with much energy at the end of the day for you. So your health suffers, your dreams don't go as fast as they could go. And you don't really know why all these relationships take effort, except maybe you'd rather be on your own. So if you think about who you look forward to seeing, if you would really look forward to seeing somebody today, who would it be? Or tomorrow, who would it be? And if you come up with a very small number, that's probably because these relationships are not reciprocal. And by that, I mean, it's not an even energy exchange when you're with them. It's still all about them. And it might be that you are making it all about them because that's just what you think is normal. You think that's actually normal. So I call this a narcissistic template where you're no longer with a narc, but you are still over giving in relationships, over helping, over caring, thinking of their needs before they even need them. And they don't really even say, thank you very much. They don't seem to be as committed to you. They don't seem to be as loyal to you. They also can just discard you at a whim. And they don't really seem to see you very easily. Notice if you're doing this with clients as well. Like I see this with some of my clients. A lot of my clients are coaches. A lot of my clients run their own businesses. And they over-explain themselves all the time, right? Do you do that? And if you do that, understand it's because you've been so used to being misunderstood, mostly on purpose, right? But also misconstrued and twisted. Narcissists typically don't hear the truth. They hear it, or if they do, they twist it. They'll twist what you meant. They'll twist what you meant in order to make you the perpetrator. They'll blame you. And you could be like, oh my God, I just said sorry, or I just said hi, or it could be something so simple and straightforward. Boom, they'll twist the whole thing. So when you're used to coming from that, you think everybody's the same. Honey, they're not. They're not. There are people out there that do not require you to exhaust yourself in this relationship. And they do not require you to disrespect yourself in this relationship. And they do not require you to hurt yourself in order to stay in this relationship. And they do not require you to overcare for the person whilst under receiving at the same time. They actually want to give to you. And they want to love you because they see you. So you don't have to overdo it, overgive it, be amazing. You know, some women I see, they always make sure they're overly, you know, their hair's done, their makeup's done, all that, because they so haven't had that experience of unconditional love. Or I see like a lot of guys out there where they will overdo everything all the time. They'll be the Mr. Fix-It all the time. Mr. Fix-It, I'll sort you out. I'll find a solution to your problem. You can count on me, as if that's the only thing they're really ever going to be valued for. It's us that have the power to dissolve these patterns in our life so that we can up-level all of our relationships. And remember, when we do that and we heal, some relationships just won't be able to stay with us because they don't want that even exchange, and that's okay too. But it's for you to kind of really see now, like, okay, what are my patterns that are keeping me over-giving and under-receiving and thinking that I'm not lovable just as I am? You actually are. You don't need to do anything. You actually don't need to do anything more than you're already doing. Can you start to see how lovable you actually are just from your pure essence? Just from your pure energy, just from your you-ness. That's actually enough. And if you can walk through the world really knowing this, you will behave very differently. And you will find that the sorts of people that come into your world will just be in complete agreement with that. Complete agreement with that, which is that you are lovable just the way you are, and you don't need to change a thing. That is true unconditional love, and you utterly deserve it. All my love.